Mic test. Oh, there it is. We'll be starting here shortly, y'all. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy Monday. It's a new week. I think it's the first full week of no holidays or anything for markets, the first regular solid week of the year. I hope y'all had an awesome weekend. Again, happy Monday. It's time for some No Noise. I am Z Rex. It's the 8th of January, 2024, about noon o'clock over down here in Tejas. We got a little pumpage starting the day out today for Mama Bear. And one notably thing is we are over 165 trillion on total market cap. That's a pretty big deal for the bulls. We'll go check that out in a second. Just kind of checking out some of the STX almost at $2. What a move. 20% today. A couple little outliers. V-Chain, wow, 10% on V-Chain. That's pretty serious. I'd say that total is probably the biggest kind of outlier on our normal list here. Oil kind of a little surprising, dumping pretty hard, down about 5%. That means it's at the bottom of its range again in that 69 area. We'll get to that a little later. And a little bit of bouncy McBouncing off of Russell and some NASDAQ. Interesting, on Dow, nothing. So we'll get to that also a little bit later. All right, let's start with total market cap because that's a pretty big deal getting over 165. Now, it is just this candle right here. We haven't even opened and closed above it. It can't do that today because that's down at 1.6 trillion. Really would like to see a few daily open and closes above kind of this little level here right around 165. That would be super sexy time. And if we get that the same time as Bitcoin breaking out right here, that probably bodes well to some new highs on Mama Bear. So this is following very well. Let's get our oscillators up. Yeah, oscillators don't have any bullish momentum yet. They kind of got that sucked out last week when we were talking about that on the stream, but looks like they are trying to regain some of that. Maybe they'll get that back this week. So far, so good as far as that goes with that nice little pampage. Bitcoin dominance is really ramping up here. I swear if I hear about that stupid ETF again, it's all people are talking about everywhere. ETF this, ETF that, ETF. It's just like, dude, okay. Is it a sell the news event? Possibly. Most people probably don't think it is. They're super hyped up about it. Me personally, I'm kind of on the fence of it, but I will lean a little bit on the sell the news event type thing, just because we've been going up for 2-3 months straight now. I mean, yeah, since October. It's pretty much since mid-October. It's just been straight up with only a few little selling liquidation breaks like over here and a couple right here, and mostly just going sideways, not even breaking any of the structure at all. So and like literally everyone's freaking talking about it. It's kind of annoying, but apparently, I don't know, someone sent me something about this week. It's always this week. It's this week. It's next week. It's some week. Y'all know I just like to watch the chart anyway. So, but this open and close above 44,000 today, that could happen, and that is a big deal. I like to just watch the price action. So this is no joke, man. We do still have 5 hours left, so anything could happen. Let's see. Let's go to the weekly. Let's see how the weekly's closed. Nice weekly. Let's go to weekly ETH real quick. Nope, just sideways. But yeah, so nice follow through here. I mean, it's just grinding up this 21. Same shit, different day. It's been doing this for a long time and getting back above the magenta candle of doom, which they're not always doom, as we discussed when it printed. A lot of times it goes sideways through it. You either get breakdown pretty much immediately, but anything over like 4 or 5 days, usually it just chops or regains it. This one took a little bit longer to regain it, but it did kind of make like an ascending triangle type formation here, which you can kind of see there. So, that probably, if we take let's see, probably just points us right to the next line up here. Yeah, right here at this 48,000 level, which is the next point of mega resistance. Pretty much just the mid 40s is like stacked up with lots of resistance. But nonetheless, nice candle for today, getting open and close, or potentially open and closing above all this range, which would usually signal continuation. Let's go to the futures, see how they look. Yep, looking pretty good. Already been comfy above its range. I mean, same shit though. It's got that 48,000 as the next major point of resistance. Because we start getting above 48K, y'all, I mean, that's full bull boner all the way, very erect. And we probably got a pretty good chance of testing, the mid 50s. Should be a little bit of resistance there. And then obviously, y'all know the all-time high of 69,000, because what else could it be? Let's see here. I mean, yeah, I don't have any problems with this at all. I mean, it really would have to lose like 42K off of this structure that it's built now to even kind of worry. And even then, that's just short term. Macro is still the same. Just to touch on that real quick, macro is still very much the same at about 38,000 as of now. Now that will change as time goes on, especially if we keep running. We'll have to keep ratcheting that up. But as the current structure is built, it is still about 38,000 on the macro. Let's go to GBTC. Man, GBTC looking good here. Just doing hammers at the top. A hammer on Friday, interesting candle. But back above this 37 level, let's go to the weekly on this. Man, next stop on this is like mid 40s, which would probably coincide with like 48 to like 54-ish, something like that on Mama Bear. But man, looking pretty good. It looks good here. Nothing to worry about. Riding up the damn 21 EMA like the Jesus man. Like, that's the only thing that's a little bit suspect to me. A little sus, and why I think that this could be a sell the news event. As we've just been getting hyped up this pretty much latter half of the year about it's getting approved this week and then next week and then the week after that. And it's every week it's getting approved. And usually don't just see this floating with no test of even like the 55, like medium term. I mean, that's a little bit sus for sure. But whatever. I'll just watch the chart and let it guide me. And it's right now it's saying it's bull mode, especially above 44,000. Let's go see Unicorn Man. I'd really like to see Unicorn Man get over 2,500 because he's kind of Unicorn Shirt Man's a little lagging, but man, the chart still looks very good. Oh, shut up, phone. Sorry about that. The chart still looks very good above about 22-ish. You can see there's lots of support around there too. The last 10 times or so, whatever it is, that it even goes and touches that zone, it gets bid up immediately with the bodies mostly above the 22 range. And obviously, with the Bitcoin ETF crap in every single news cycle about crypto, it's going to take a little bit of the market share as it's just super exciting, all that kind of whatever. And so, very nice just to see it staying above 22. Would be extra nice to see it also get over 24 while Bitcoin is breaking out here. Let's see. Ethereum. Oh, damn. Big win. Ooh, we got a storm blowing in, boys. All right, let's see here. Mega resistance here at this trend line cross. You already know what's up at the 2,500 area for the futures. But it is kind of flagging out here. Still looks very bullish on the weekly. And again, riding those 21s, man, it's barely been able to breach them since, like mid-October. Litecoin, what's Charlie doing? Look at Charlie hanging out on its horizontal. Bulls defending well on the bodies, not so much on the tails, but definitely on the bodies, which you have to put more weight on the body than you do on the tails or wicks. So at this 64 level, it's close to 64.20. Of course it is. This is a nice reaction. See if this daily can close above like triple sixes, 6660. That would actually look pretty good. And especially if Mama Bear is going to confirm and open and close above 44 today and, tomorrow and Wednesday. That's probably going to bode well, and we will likely get another chance for shitcoin buying. I mean, this early parts of cycles, early mid parts of Bitcoin cycles are just real lucrative for altcoin trading because you can kind of just wait for it to break out of the range and then go altcoin hunting and find stuff that's on structure, and it usually will go have continuation. We've done this trade a few times over the last 4 or 5 months. So, I mean, it's kind of presenting itself again, surprisingly. ETC. Okay, so now we have to question a little bit of the daily trend. So I'm just seeing this on ETC and Litecoin so far. I imagine this will probably be across the board, but, are we going to start making lower highs and lower lows now off of this? Because we technically did breach this local low here. Kind of interesting, but again, we'll need many more days and candles to kind of deduce that, probably at least another couple of weeks, but something to kind of just keep an eye on. Ripple Me Nips is below 58. You already know it's kind of shitty below 58. It's also below the 200. Lots of resistance from 58 to 60 cents. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly actually still looks okay. A little sloppy, but on the weekly, it looks much better than the daily. The daily is definitely trying to breach structure. So again, kind of in that same vein as that I just mentioned on Litecoin and ETC. Some of these altcoins need to build up some more better structures so we don't start getting lower highs and lower lows. XLM also in the same position as Bitcoin, so not a surprise there. Barely holding on to that kind of lower 11 cent range. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly's fine above 11 cents flat. So again, same vein. Tron, though, has been up on the top of its range. Weirdly enough, it is just distributing on that ass right now. Really need to see this get back above 11. But the 10 handle is where it's been and living for almost 2 months now, y'all. It's been in the 10 cent zone. So kind of interesting price action for Tron. A little surprised it hasn't done jack shit while just lollygags up here. So above 11, bull mode re-engaged. Below 10, probably goes back and test upper 8s or something. So it's kind of in a little no man's land. Dot, is this putting in a head and shoulders of some sort? It could be, but it's a little early in the pattern. Still need probably about, looks like a week or so to can potentially fill that out. But regardless, still looks pretty good on the weekly above all this structure and sitting above mid $6 zone. Does look pretty damn sexy. Again, we got to see if we get follow through with after Mama Bear. If it does, assuming it does open and close above range, that would bode very well for these getting back up into their structure from mid-December and around Christmas time. Nice candles. These are great candles right here that we're seeing a few of these type of kind of rejection, seller rejection candles. So if they do close like this with Bitcoin closing up, this would bode very well for some regaining some of this Momo, but obviously above 64 cents is where the full momentum gets back going for the bulls. Linky, what are the Link Marines doing? Barely holding on to their second blue box. But again, another seller shutoff type candle. So if they close like this, that's a good sign. And we can consider the chart telling us that these are some local lows being put in off the daily chart, at least. EOS, just coming back, deep retrace to the last. See, this is more healthy. I wish a lot more other charts were doing this, kind of coming back, retesting, doing like deep retest of breakout zones instead of just floating so much above like just the 21. This is actually a pretty good retrace. Major support around 66. Of course, 669. Where else would it be? You can see a nice little bounce off of that 200, which resides close to that triple sixes as well. And so pretty nice there as long as it's above said number. Below that, it just goes back into shit mode all the way. Because right now we are attempting to make higher highs off of structure. BCH looking pretty sexy. I actually like this candle a lot right off this 200 mega squeeze. A little bit sloppy on the slopes of the shorter term moving averages, but overall, this is higher highs, higher lows. A lot of shit coins are not doing this. This is actually this is showing some relative strength in the market. I mean, look at this. You've got, whoops, that's supposed to be at an angle like this. So you got higher highs, higher lows. Almost no shit coin is doing that right now. So BCH could be a nice trade setting up here, especially if Mama Bear closes up like this. So yeah, and mind you, the structure looks very sexy too. Let's jump out to the weekly real quick. How'd the weekly close? Whatever, just in the range, nothing too crazy there. Still making higher highs and higher lows off the weekly too, so that looks pretty good. BSV, look at this, respecting that mid 70s horizontal, very important level, and again a nice little hammer candle. Let's see if this can get a little bit more up in the low 80s, and that would actually look super sexy. We are kind of seeing a lot of seller shutoff patterns on some of these shitcoin charts, so that's encouraging for bullish continuation. Yeah, and above that, excuse me. Above this horizontal, it looks fine. Below that, we could easily come all the way down to like 50 or something, the 50 handle, because this thing did get a little bit excited right after Christmas time. XMR, brutal sell-off on XMR, man. I mean, to be fair, it is still higher highs, higher lows, even going back. I mean, kind of higher lows from here, not higher highs, but in the intermediate structure, the last 6 months it is. But man, that shit looks nasty right here. I do like this candle here. This is kind of a seller shut off pattern too on the bottom, kind of engulfing little tweezer potential. And there's actually really good volume on this candle. So this could be a low. Let's pull a fib on this real quick and see if this is a deep retrace. It looks like it is. Yeah, it is. All right, interesting. So getting into that deep retrace, which is the 88786 zone. That's actually pretty promising for this potentially being a bottom here. Bulls really need to defend about 150 now, though, after today and this reaction. And obviously, it doesn't get super bullish back until it's. What the hell? Hold on, real quick. What the shit was that? Man, that was super loud. I don't know. Something fell over outside. We're getting a major storm coming in right now. It's getting windy AF, dude. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, nice volume. I actually do kind of like this deep retrace. Back above 158, man. This thing could rip pretty hard, potentially to like new local highs if that were to happen. Because this is a little bit deeper retrace than we've seen on most shit coins, and it did go all the way to the 786, where the bulls usually will defend in structure. So see if we can build back above 158. This could turn into a pretty good trade here. Zcash, oh my god. What the freak, dude? What is this? I mean, I am a little bit shocked right now. Holy crap, dude. Let's see, is this 1618 yet? No, that's all the way to about 20. Wow. Well, that is pretty freaking aggressive. When is this a buy? Is my question now, because Zcash ain't. What's up with privacy coins, man? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like they got delisted or something, man. It's like they got taken off exchanges and there's some dumping going on or something like that. Yeah, that has to be something like that. This is pretty aggressive selling. Is this the buy off of the look at that. It actually already hit 20 earlier today. Let's see when that was. Crack time frames. Oh, when was that? Actually, last evening, yesterday evening, it did that. Wow, that is pretty crazy of a sell off for Zcash. Is this a buy off of this trend line? Huh. I kind of want to say that it is, even though it doesn't have any good signs of like a buy. I mean, this is all time low almost, right? Yeah, over here, man. Once it gets in the upper teens, it either snaps up and gets crazy. You can see that was actually the low before the last bull run in Corona time, before it did 1,600%. So it's 100% going to do that this time. So that just puts it right back over there. No, I'm obviously kidding, but man, interesting spot for Zcash. I kind of want to buy some of this with a stop around 20. Because the risk to reward on that would be pretty impressive. You got what to 20 flat is about 7%. I mean, you could do freaking 2, 3, 4, 6 to ones or something on this. Interesting. Yeah, I might take a little stab on that with some small money, because that is definitely high risk. All right, we got to bring our blue box or purple box, whatever damn color that is. It looks also like this deep retrace. Let's see. Yes, it did. Line in the sand is 25.80. Anything below that, absolutely nasty. But it looks like bulls are defending this pretty well. Look at this, all the way down to about that level, just shy of the 25 handle, with a very nasty pump or good pump. The freaking 7-minute doesn't even work on Dash. Okay, so interesting spot. But it is all the way back up outside of the box. These candles look weird as hell, man. Doge. What is Doge doing? Wow, went all the way to 7.2 yesterday and this morning. When was that? Early this morning? No, that was late last night too. Okay, wait, what the hell's going on? Okay. I don't see it intraday going to 7.3. Because that's yesterday. All right, so I don't know why the chart's printing like that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why the chart's printing like that, because today we did not go to 7.3, at least via the 7-minute chart. But whatever, that's fine. We don't care about the crack time frames. Anyway, let's jump out to the weekly. Barely holding on to the 21. I mean, this chart is a little sloppy for sure. You can see it's pretty much been sideways since, wow, really, for a year. A little over a year, actually. That's kind of crazy. Well, Elon hasn't said that it's currency for Tesla and SpaceX and X yet, so that's not going to pump until that happens, I guess. At least that's what people are speculating on. Let's go back to the weekly. Yeah, I mean, this is higher high, though. Just retesting structure. This is setting up pretty good. This also could be an interesting entry point with a stop around like 7.2, 7.3-ish, something like that. The one thing that does suck is the Bears do have momentum off of the daily DMI, and they do have it just very textbook as well. So that's like probably the worst part about it. But looking off structure looks good. Obviously, stacks, ordinals are going to be pumping. It's over $2 now. Wow, just epic, epic chart on stacks, man. Bitcoin ordinal stuff is legit and exciting, I guess, for everybody. And this thing has just gone from 50 cents to $2 in a few months. Pretty hyped up, man. Pretty hyped up. It's because of the ETF, bro. No, I don't know. I'm just talking shit. It looks bullish as hell above 160, though. Very nice. True is holding this trend line just barely. Look, we're getting another one of those hammer kind of seller shutoff type candles. Very good that we're seeing these across the board in altcoin land while Mama Bear's breaking out. That's pretty much exactly what I want to see for bullish continuation. Why, hello there, Mr. Lewis. How are you today? Good to see you. So that's good that we're seeing that. XRD is still flat as shit. This one is just a pretty much make it or break it type crypto. It looks like it's going to break it, to be fair, but it has held on in all the turmoil in the last week or so of some of these big sell-offs, especially on privacy coins. It's dead ass flat, man. So I think risk to reward on this is pretty good too, because you can pretty much stop out at 3.94 cents flat. And I mean, if Mama Bear is going to continue to break out like it is, this thing will pump eventually. It's just a matter of time, unless it goes back below 3.9, then we can take that off the table. But above 3.9, then it definitely can. Man, VeChain aggressively pumping today. Very nice. Off of the 55 on the daily. Let's go to the weekly. Off of structure on the weekly. Some horizontal action there. Very nice PA. Like that. I mean, this is setting in a good floor around like 2.8 to 3-ish. And this will probably have continuation as long as Mama Bear doesn't shit the bed before the daily close today. Adam, same thing, doing the seller shutoff pattern off of structure. I actually like this one a little bit better because it did a little deeper retrace. Weekly still needs to make a higher high. And I would consider a higher high around here at about 1280. So that's the only thing for the weekly, that it's a little weak on the weekly. Anyway, also for the bulls, though, looks good above about 890. Osmos is saying, suck it. It just goes up and up and up with a mega pump last Thursday. Jesus Christ, this thing looks bullish as F above 160-ish. Cannot hate on this chart. Weekly is higher high, also at about one. Well, let's ratchet that down 150 because you got major weekly support right around 150. So above 150, man, looks very, very good on Osmos. Telegram's coin is still not doing shit. They did all the minting already, so that's done with. It was very clunky and not executed very well, given probably why the price is just not doing shit, because people are like, what the fuck was that? But anyway, right in the middle of the range, y'all already know, same shit, different day on this. $2 and about 250-ish. Until it's out of those ranges, it is in exactly that, a range. Matic doing the same type of structure candle. The seller shut off, so we like that. Really want to see it get back above about 90. Then it could be full moonshotting. ES, look at this, doing indecision on the 21 on Friday and then launching. I mean, this is textbook liquidation break. Still do have the gap over here from earlier in December, but man, looks very sexy as long as it can hold pretty much this body doji at about 47.30s, 47.40, which is kind of about the liquidation break we were looking for from last week's structure. And also you got the 21 right there. Below that, though, I'd pretty much look for that gap to be filled if we start building structure below that. Very nice bounce off the dojis and close to the horizontal, a little bit below it. Close is close enough, though. Very nice candle so far for NASDAQ, defending that mid 16,000 range. Above that, it is obviously very bullish, and also a little tiny gap again from that early December run. Dow's not doing shit. Dow kind of looks a little bit more, um, I don't want to say like toppy. Just kind of have a little bit of roundedness here. But really would have to break like 37.3 for me to even care about Bears. And again, a little gap there. If that did happen, it would be nice to see the Bears fill this gap at about 36, low 36 handle, and then get some continuation for the Bulls because this is just straight up. I mean, really, no matter what you bought, I mean, it's crypto, it's freaking equities, it's tech stocks, like obscure ones, not the majors. It's almost anything you bought from Halloween is up a lot big. So that's a little sus in itself that like everything just went buy mode at like pretty much November 1. It was just like, let's go. And maybe that's on the backs of the Fed potentially lowering rates, which I don't think is going to happen, but we'll see. We'll know March. We got a ways to go. Oh, Casey Lewis dropping some tickers. We'll get to those in one moment. Nice rally off of also around the 21 area, but we do have the magenta candle of doom. So we need to get above 2035-ish for Russell to kind of get away from that doom candle. And it's setting up fairly well so far. Bears couldn't get it going. Now they're Bulls reacting. Let's see what happens this week. We get back over 2035, man. This thing probably will make a new local high. The trannies, what are they doing? Yeah, they're just chilling, retesting structure. Nothing too crazy there. The DAX, man, look at that, is about to reject the magenta candle of doom at 16,888. Finding major support on its horizontal at the devil's horizontal at 16,666,666. Very cool, I guess. I mean, not that, but that it's just respecting its structure. Saucer bottom on VIX. Is that what this is? It definitely looks like one. Very incremental higher lows and higher highs since mid-December. Kind of an interesting little chart there on VIX. But look at VVIX, absolutely got demolished. So maybe this is just about to get demolished as well. Man, 90s rejection. Below 80, man, if we see below 80 on VVIX, I would look for very aggressive rallies in the majors. VIX futures kind of just lollygagging barely on this horizontal. Very important there. Oil is kind of interesting here, getting rejected from the 21 and getting back into the blue box. Excuse me. So that's a little bit interesting. I thought it was being able to push through here on this time, but not today, Junior. Back below 70. Ooh, Bears start to get the Momo again for sure. NG is saying, suck it. It's saying the winter is going to be nice and cold. We're back above that 260s handle. Very nice. Next stop is about actually where we are, 280s, and getting comfy above where it is now, pretty much 280 handle. That looks pretty damn sexy. If we can get that bull continuation on. A lot of resistance, though, here, so I would expect it to stall just a second before having some continuation. But man, let's ratchet that up to 290, actually, not 280s. 290 is what the Bulls need to start building over, with obvious horizontal mega resistance at that 325 area. Bonds rolling over, not a surprise. Watch this chart like we talked about last week, the TNX. If this starts building up and gets back over 420, I would look for some nasty selling in equities and potentially Bitcoin too, since they're so correlated with each other. But yeah, very important chart to watch, especially as we come up into the FOMC meetings here in a couple of months for March. Dixie pretty much going to look like TNX, Euro, whatever. Let's go to gold. Gold's trying to defense. Bulls trying to defend. Well, that was special freaking English right there. Bulls are trying to defend the low 2000 handle, which they should. It's doing what they should be doing pretty much. Let's go to the monthly. Yeah, a little doji monthly, but that's okay. That's to be expected when you're trying to break out to new highs. And precious metals are slow movers too. So, but this looks very constructive above 2000. No doubt about that. Silver is just boring as shit. It's the same price it was over a year ago. Pretty freaking lame. It like for real though, it's actually been very lame. Look at this. This is a monthly chart, and this is all the way back to pretty much right after COVID, and it's literally been flat as shit since for 3 years, really. Yay, 3 years. How cool. Silver's the best. Precious metals, yay. Anyway, above 2250, it looks fine. Is this an epic H pattern right here? Is what I'm wondering. Oh gosh, if I can actually draw. I got a new mouse, so my skills aren't all the way optimized yet. Is this an epic H pattern? We kind of mentioned this on a Friday last week. It does look like it, and we are starting to get the upward price action we need to see for that to confirm that the H pattern means hard to short into. But anything back below that line, whoa, this line would be pretty nasty for the bulls. Would really like to see the bulls, though, continue this up over the next couple weeks and getting back above 2450. Man, that would look pretty sexy. You already know what time it is above that. Platinum holding on to 950, major support area right around here at 950. Needs to hold that, or it just goes back into this kind of accumulation pattern, is what it looks like for the most part. But if it went back below there, then it would just be freaking boring sideways ranging again. Palladium round tripping. I don't know. It needs to be above 1100. Don't care about it below that. All right, let's see. Let's go to your tickers here, buddy. Do I think BA will go down more because they grounded some of their planes? I don't know. We can go look at their chart in a second. I'll add that one to your list there. USFD. What we got here? Oh, US Foods. I know this one. So I used to run a restaurant for a decade, a little over a decade. That was fun experience, but shut it down last year just with the inflation still and nobody wanting to work and you can't scale. It's just a freaking nightmare. I should have closed it after COVID, but that's okay. It was my baby for, like I said, over a decade. Anyway, I digress. So we did use US Foods for some of our distribution. Man, wow, looks very bullish here. Is this all-time highs? Oh, snap, it is. Look at that, dude. Very bullish above. What is this? About like 44-ish. Very bullish above 44. And it's like 44.20. Of course it is. On the daily, we could probably ratchet that up to like 45, but I don't know. That's probably splitting hairs a little bit. This does look very, very sexy, though. New highs above 44 handle. It's bullish as hell. What do you got going here? Targeting 51. There you go. 44. Nice. Love that trade. That's actually a pretty good one. Man, US Foods. Holy crap. What are the other foods companies doing? Let me go check. I got a list over here with all of them. Let's go. PFG. We use PFG too. Man, super rallies off these lows. Is this also new highs? Yes, it is. Wow. Holy shit, man. All right. Well, inflation has done well for them. PFG looking great above 64. Let's go to Cisco. Are they in the same boat? No, Cisco's actually well off its highs, actually making a rounded top, but trying to get up out of it. Maybe this could be a trade too if the food service industry is going to see some gains like that. Maybe there's a pairs trade even in here, longing Cisco, shorting one of the other guys. Interesting. All right, I just wanted to check those out real quick. All right, next, KGS. Isn't that Kroger's? No, Kroger's is KR. That's this one. Kodiak Gas Service is ripping face apparently. Very new stonk. Probably we can't even really do a weekly. Good above 20. And that's pretty much all I can say about this. It looks good above about 20-ish. And it's in blue sky breakout, so it's up until an 8. So you're looking for 25. Yeah, I mean, why not? Shit, stop at 19. Yeah, I like that. That's a decent setup for sure. So 2 for 2 so far. Equitrans Midstream Corporation. That sounds kind of funny. was thinking like tranny horses or something. I don't know. Anyway, mega resistance. I think you pulled this one up like the other week. Mega resistance at like 11. But hey, this is sexy. Chrono Cross on the weekly. You're getting the slopes sloping to the upside on all of them now. That's pretty sexy. And on the daily, very nice above about 980 to $10. Looks good. Yeah, this one's actually not too bad. What's your stop? 999, target of 12. Yep, I like that one too, man. You are on a tear today, sir. And then let's go to B to the A just for Boeing. Well, looks like the market didn't like it. With this float up. Oh, look at this. That float up since Halloween and then getting rejected. It sure is a weird chart pattern that is a predominant, or hold on, let me rephrase that. That is a predominant and weird chart pattern we're seeing across the board on all kinds of tradables. It is kind of weird. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it did just rally, to be fair, to mega resistance at about 270. Got rejected. I mean, you got the slopes here. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not going to bode well for them because they're grounding some of their planes. But, I mean, I don't get too much into news and shit. I just like to watch the chart. And off of this, the chart still looks perfectly intact above about 220. And now there's a giant gap from today. So gaps get filled at some point. But yeah, I mean, just off of the chart by itself, it still looks very, very bullish above 220. And look at this. We're just chilling on the 21 EMA right now on the weekly. So yeah, I don't think that's too crazy. I mean, Boeing does other stuff too, military contracts, all that kind of stuff. But above 220, it still looks fine. All right, let's go to blockchain madness. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's go look at our blockchain index. Oh, also doing the hammer thing. So that is kind of across the board. I bet you it's also on some of these individual stonks. Let's go look. Yeah, a little hammer there. Little hammer there. Oh, yeah, a little hammer there. Nice. Oh, this is sexy, actually, for a long. With this deep retrace. Ooh, man, I might have to go add to some hut here. At 1150. That actually looks pretty good, man. I like this chart setup. Retesting, quickly retesting, too. The consolidation zone. This looks very good above $11. Very nice. Backed, pumping back up again. Let's go. Still holding on to that one. Let's see what Overstonk is doing. Overstonk is trying to hold on. Looks okay above about 24. What about Coors? Coors is trying to pump still. They have their meeting this week, though, so do be careful about this one. If you have it, it might not be a bad idea to take some profits off. I believe their meeting is Thursday, if I recall correctly. Let's see. Looking pretty good there. Let's go to sector majors. I'm just curious. Okay, everything's pretty much up except for oil. Let's see here. Let's go to top traded because I want to see if NVIDIA and these break out. Wow, NVIDIA did break out. Holy shit, dude. Oh, my God. It's been struggling to get over 500. Now it is. Holy shit. Are we about to just moonshot everything now? Holy crap, dude. Wow. All right. Well, way to go, NVIDIA. Kind of squeezing this ascending triangle right here and breaking out. Beautiful. Above 500, man, this thing's bullish as hell above 500. Next target's like 550, and it's in blue sky mode. I mean, shit, it's up until it ain't. Let's see if we got any other stonks doing that. AMD looking really good. Wow, yeah, is that all-time highs for AMD? Not quite. Not quite, but it very well could be soon at around 160. Man, what a move. NVIDIA, nice. Disney, I want to buy some Disney right here so bad. And look at this. Ooh, we're getting a vol flash today, so big move is a coming. Again, vol flashes are direction neutral, but this is kind of a nice little pennant flag type thing popping off here on major support. I actually like this. I think I'm going to go put in a trade here with some call spread for this gap fill. It's kind of the play I'm looking for. Maybe like a 90. 4 to 100 off the top of my head. I got to go pull up the option chain and see what's up. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking that almost all-time highs on Facebook. Damn, Facebook did 300% last year. Holy fuck balls. Jesus Christ. All right, well, whatever. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Put tickers in the troll box now. I will be signing off here shortly. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, let's go look at weed stocks. What are they doing? I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of announcement about the rescheduling or descheduling. Is descheduling would be taking it off completely. They're not going to do that. 0% chance of that. But rescheduling it, that is highly probable. Let's see here. Man, yeah, dude, look at this. Just chilling right here on this consolidation zone. Looking good. Look at Tilray. Oh, Tilray's got earnings in the morning tomorrow. Interesting. VRF. Ooh, I like this one above like 73 cents. That looks good. Sundial looking kind of good here. I mean, dude, some of these charts are looking sneaky. They're looking sneaky. Look at this. Obviously high risk for sure. This could just dump out and fall to the freaking floor. No doubt. Oh, look at this. HMMJ, which is an ETF. I think that's on the Canadian market. Our version is MJ. Look at that, man. I think this is it, dude. I think we're about to see something, and that would be perfect timing. Oh man, I missed the rebuy on this. I sold up here and was looking for some rebuy, but man, that already freaking happened. Pump Fest 3000. This one will be a nice long though, above $12. Could probably look for like 15, 16. And I like this chart pattern here too. So y'all know we've been eyeballing the weed stonks the last few months, especially after the huge pump right here. Very nice. Let's see here. What else do we got? Look at all of them, though. Most of them go to shit. Look at that. They're all defunct. Let's go to these ones real quick. Looks like all... Oh, just kidding. Foot and mouth instantly. Looks like there is a few of them having earnings this week, though. So be mindful of that. But, man, dude, look at this. Higher highs, higher lows. These are some sneaky charts, y'all. And who's watching weed right now? Like, no one's talking about that shit. Nope, not yet. Election year. I could see the establishment pulling that one out. I don't care about politics at all, but I could see them using it for their advantage. Oh yeah, weed's legal now. See what Biden did? See how amazing we are? Blah, blah, blah. Nice charts though. I'm liking how those are building up. I really want to buy freaking man, DoorDash is freaking $100. Wow. I really want to buy BlackBerry, but where the hell is it? It's over here. I really want to buy this stock. Oh man, today, look at this as it barely holds on to here. High risk though. Very high risk on this. Plus, I'm just some jackass on the internet, so whatever. Listen to me. Anyway, man, but look at this where it's floating. It's either about to dump to freaking like 280 or something, or this bitch is about to pump and fill this gap up here. And that's kind of the play I'm looking for, is a little gap filly, McPhilson. I actually might buy some of this today because this is easy risk management at, pretty much another 5-10 cents. And F that trade. Wow, AMC, brutal, dude. No one goes to the movies anymore, or what? What the shit is this? The meme stonk. Once meme stonk to death. Wow. All-time lows in AMC. What the hell? That's kind of like, what? No one's going to movies, I guess. Okay. GME might be a good buy here at some point. It actually looks kind of good above this 14, low 14 horizontal. And Palantir is one I wanted to also rebuy on this guy because we traded this a couple times last year, but all right. All right, let's wrap this bitch up. I don't see no tickers. Mama Bear looking good. Oh, it's pumping more. Look at this. Just since a little bit before I got the stream ready, this bitch is up 4.5%. Suck it, is what it's saying to the Bears. Oh, of course it is. It's been saying that, riding up this trend line like the Jesus man. Oh, yeah, this is the chart that I think is more important actually than Bitcoin price right now. Very lovely. We can close above up here. Oh, man, super sexy. Hey, thank you, Casey Lewis. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. That's so weird. It says I have like no viewers or anything, and you're still chatting in here. Trading Views metrics, though, are pretty funky. We'll just say that's the nice way to say it. Wow, 47 on BTC. Dude, it looks like we're going to hit 48K, dude. Woohoo! Oh, do be mindful of the sell the news event, though. If that freaking ETF does get approved, it might not be a bad idea to hedge some of your crypto, is all I'm saying. I don't know. What do I know? Not much. Nvidia price target 700. Yeah, man, pretty much. Nvidia is just getting crazy. How'd you get that price though? What is your are you doing fib stuff? I don't know how you get your prices sometimes. This might be breaking out with crypto too, because they're highly correlated with the miners, GPU mining, blah blah blah, all that crap. I have a major resistance at 550, but you're going to 7. Is that some fibbies? Let's look at some fibbies. Let's go fibbies. Yeah, we got a 2618 around there. So yeah, that would actually be the next spot. Let's go ahead and mark it. Let's mark that bitch. It's been marked. Oh, use point and figure charts. Ah, interesting. Hey, nice. I've played with those a little bit. They are pretty funny. That's cool that you use those. Those are rare. A lot of people don't know about point and figure charts. That's definitely one of those sneaky little bitches. They've been using those for a long time, though. And they actually are pretty good at just like finding resistance and supports. Very cool, man. Nice. Maybe you can do a little sub show about point and figure charts if you're pretty well versed on them. That would be cool. Maybe one day. I don't know if you do any shows on TradingView, do you? I've never looked. All right. Yep, it is the oldest charting method in the world. That's right. Yeah, you should, man. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Or do it yourself. Shit, whatever. That'd be cool too. All right, I think that's it. Again, be mindful of a potential sell the news event. I know everyone's hyped up. It's so exciting. ETF's going to change the world of Bitcoin, which is fucking stupid to me. Like, I've been in crypto quite a long time, and people would have laughed you out of meetups if you were like, oh, I can't wait for the banks to approve Bitcoin. You'd be like, dude, get your fucking ass out of here, dude. Like, what are you talking about? This is to usurp and have parallel systems that aren't in their realm. And now everybody's like, oh, I can't wait for daddy to approve this ETF. Then we know we made it. And it's like get this shit out of here, man. Get this shit out of here. All right. I think that's it. ES looking good as long as it's kind of staying above its horizontals. I mean, we're getting nice reactions. Lots of seller shut-off candles on most of the majors in crypto today. Not so much for oil, though, and not so much for bonds. But anyway, much love. I'll see y'all on Hump Day. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hump Day might be... Is that the day that they're going to talk about the stupid ETF thing? I don't even know. I have to look it up after the stream. I'm just so over that. Damn. That thing has been in the news for like a year straight. It's getting approved this week. The deadline. Whatever. Anyway, much love, guys. I'll see y'all on Hump Day. Have a great start to your week. This is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace.